Good morning, it's the 28th of fall, and same old story here, nothing new to see. We'll have to just check out what else is going on in the world, absolutely nothing, which means it's time for us to go outside and take another look at the farm and all the things happening on the farm, which is also probably not very much. We have the dog, so we're gonna throw the dog at the ball like we do every day. Boom, just kidding, it doesn't work that way. And I still tried the joke anyway, even though it doesn't work. Catch that? Alright, everything should be good here. Call the horse, jump on the horse. I don't know if this stuff is going to regrow back in time. It might. I don't remember how many days it takes. I want to check on the grass and everything to make sure the grass... This is not... this isn't how it's supposed to go. Okay. So, we have 2 days left, so I'm going to leave whatever's out here, because it seems to be struggling to keep up with the amount of animals that are out here. But overall, that's okay. All this is ready, which means I can spend some time chopping all this, because it is getting close to winter. And I want to make sure that I get everything that I can ahead of time, on time, in time. So we're just going to chop all these down. I don't think I did this right. One thing I like about the remaked version, or the remade version, not the remaked version, is it shows you your area of effect, which means if you mess it up, you know ahead of time, because sometimes it's kind of hard to tell where you're supposed to stand for these things. But overall, I think things are going pretty good. And all this is ready. I don't think anything else is going to grow over here on time. I'll cut whatever is left, but in 2 days I'm going to have to put the animals back inside. But not yet. Not quite yet. I would try to give the harvest sprites gifts, but as always, they are just too darn fast. So I'm just going to help water some of these crops and see where we go from there. And I didn't need to do that full-sized one. I don't even remember why okay, I do remember. I think I was testing to see how much they could water, but I could have done this test differently. We'll do the best we can, I suppose. Let's pick up all the stuff that we can find on the way. I'm gonna have to help take care of the animals at some point too, which I don't really want to do that much. If I can get one of these harvest sprites to stand still for a couple seconds, I could give them a gift. Or even this one. Nope. Oh my goodness. I always do this. Every time. Throw my stuff on the ground because the harvest sprites just move too fast. Okay. I did what I could. I think talking to them probably gives me some friendship, so it might be good for me to chat with them. Maybe that will help with their degrading loyalties. Or I'll just go back to watering the crops and pretend like I didn't throw my honey on the ground again. I just want to water as much of this as I can. Although I do think that they'll get it done on their own. I don't really think they need me at this point. I think they're pretty self-sufficient. I mean, Hoggy's working really hard. I have full faith. Okay, I already did that one. Okay. I'm gonna help in some way. I think I'm gonna just milk a bunch of these cows right now. And that will save some time in the end with what they're doing. I don't really want to do the sheep shearing though, if there is any. I don't really think there is. But I might as well do some of the outside work. Nope. Here we go. And this one here. Okay. I think we're in a good spot. There's a couple more cows down here for me to milk. A lot of medium milks out here. I don't think I actually got that one, but you know what? I'm gonna let the harvest sprites take care of that one. Alright, let's sell all these. I could turn them into cheese, but I am very lazy, and I'm not gonna do that today. Okay. Overall, work is complete. I don't really have anything else to do in this time frame. Okay. I should probably... Is there any harvest sprites that aren't working today? Timid is home. So let's use this as an opportunity to load Timid up with gifts from the supermarket. Which means I will have to run down there and buy a bunch of things and then go back. I don't think I'm actually gonna I should hire him because let's see what we have for watering. He's one of the watering sprites, I believe. Well, he's green, so he's not one of the main ones. I don't know what Timid's really for. He's for something. I don't know what his skill set is. He's kind of blue, so he probably should water, but he's kind of yellow, so he probably should get good at harvesting. Let's just not. Let's take a moment to just give him a bunch of gifts instead. Because I'm going to have to. Now I'm running to the supermarket, and I know that I'm supposed to do random questions while I do the supermarket thing, but I didn't have the foresight to pull them up before I got to the supermarket. So I'm going to try to find some of them quickly if I can. Okay, so that was an entirely failured situation where I was trying to find the questions, but I couldn't find them. And I was like in the middle of the episode, so I'm like, what am I going to do? So that one I just ended up cutting out because it was a disaster. Because I even kind of stopped for a second to look and I was like, what's happening? So we're just going to do this now. And maybe I'll do a second trip or something, but we'll see. Let's start by giving Timid a full inventory of flour. I believe it's 1 heart per inventory because they get like 3 points per item. So he's at 4 right now, so let's just get started with this. I mean, he loves flour. Who doesn't like flour? Well, let's give him a bunch. Now, alternatively, I could just leave him be and try to make him like me more, but that's a lot of work. So that means he's got to come work in the fields like everybody else. But I don't really know what his job is, so maybe I should just leave him alone. It's hard to say. You know, some people don't even use the harvest sprites, which I find interesting, but I think that they're incredibly useful. So if we check on this, he's got 5 hearts now. So we'll make a quick trip back down to the supermarket, and we will begin the second batch of items, if every time I do it. In the future, I just want to give them 1 flour when I hire them, and that should keep them all happy for the most part. For the most part, if I give them 1 flour every week, it's at least, because I think you get more friendship on the first gift, and I think it almost covers the whole week, or maybe at least half of it. So we're back in the supermarket, and I did finally find one of my questions that was popped up on my screen, and it is, what is your opinion of the roguelite genre? The things I'm talking about are procedurally generated, procedural level generation, randomization of items and identifications, such as The Binding of Isaac, Enter the Gungeon, and Wizard of Legend, and the list goes on. Although I can't read and do this at the same time. Maybe I need to rephrase how I do this. Anywho, roguelites is the question. I really like some of them, but I'm not very good at them, so it kind of depends on if it's like a full roguelike where it fully resets every run. I'm not super into it because I don't like losing my progress. But I do really like roguelite games where like your progress carries over, so that the next time you're a bit stronger, so you can get farther every time you play. I really liked Rogue Legacy. That was a really fun game. I liked Dead Cells. That was fun. And there's a couple other ones that I can't think of off the top of my head. I'm not good enough to play like The Binding of Isaac or anything, but I really liked Rogue Legacy a lot, and Dead Cells was really good too. I didn't play any of the newer ones like Hades or anything like that though. Alright, let's go back. So I like the genre. I think it's fun. I really like when you can keep your stuff, because I like slowly building up and seeing how much farther I can get every time. And then if I can't, I'm able to just kind of, gather power and brute force my way through it eventually. So eventually I'll get there. But you know how that goes. So that's my first attempt at doing a flower transition question. And it was kind of difficult to read while still doing the thing on the game at the same time. So that might have been kind of messy. So I apologize if that came out weird. But this is the last trip we're going to do today. I'm just going to do 2. That should bring him up to 6 hearts. I could do more, but not today. Today I'm not feeling it. It's kind of like a chore, so I don't really want to do it. I know eventually I'll need to. And when I finish the game, I want them all maxed out too. at some point. I don't have the percentage all the way up because I don't have all the recipes, but I know back to nature is impossible to get 100%, so I'm kind of like, I don't know. I think it's like 86 or something is the maximum. Or maybe it's 96, something crazy like that. I don't remember what you do. I don't remember your job. I guess I could have you... What if I just have you take care of the animals too? Because this is not his job, by the way. Like, he does not ever take care of the animals. But you know what? I am lazy. If I never have to take care of the animals myself, that's good. So he should, if all things make sense, he should be at 6 hearts now. At least. So let's check that. Let's check our records. Yeah, he's at 6. He's one of the more liked ones. Next time, I'm going to have to make sure to get Stayed and Aqua back up to maximum because I want them to stay up there. Once I get them maxed out, I kind of want to keep them maxed out. So we'll see how that goes. We are just going to run back home now and call it a day. You know, I also wonder if it's faster to go this way or the other way. I might have to do like a timing thing just to see how long it takes to get back to the farm. But I don't know how to do like a timer and editing really. I'll have to look into it. Because that might be interesting to see if like going around the town this way is faster or slower than the other way, because they couldn't have possibly mapped it out perfectly. One way has to be less steps somehow to like get to the opposite corner. And that could be useful for optimizing your runs by mere minutes. I am back on the farm. It's 5 p.m. And I'm even here for Zach. So I think we're done. I don't think there's anything else to do. So I think I'm going to go to bed. So, good night. I'm not going to say good night yet. I'm not even inside. I'm going to say good night soon, though. As soon as we get back in there. Alright, around the table. And into the room. My character goes to bed so early. Okay, good night, everyone. And I'll see you in the morning.